What does this build have in common with penises? Firstly, it's hard. Secondly, it doubles in size. We're going to start off with 1 and then double 2. What's double that? 4, double that, 8, double that, 16, 32, 64. I mean, a 64-inch penis, that's not very realistic. 8 is the biggest it would ever go as a stretch, let alone bloody 16. Anyway, I'm not a family-friendly YouTuber. I'm sorry if you clicked on this video after watching a little Simsy video. Whenever I do these, like, it does always end up modern because I just can't think of any other way of going about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what I always do. I make a little pillar with the smaller ones, but I'm not going to do that this time. Should we go for a basic bitch American Suburban? I haven't done one of those for quite a while. I mean, maybe if we do it like this, right? Now, I'm not going to cheat and I'm not going to remove the walls on the inside. We're going to keep them completely separate. The only thing is, what do we do with these little ones? I'm not a fan of a little one. I have had a couple of little ones before. They haven't been my favorite. It has been underwhelming. I will be brutally honest about that. Maybe we could turn that into like a chimney, but then everything's down floor. See, I want an upstairs, but then how do we do it in a way that doesn't look ridiculous? Do you know what I mean? And then we've got another little random pillar here. We'll just chuck that like, unless we put it on the inside. That's not cheating, is it? Or is it? See, I'm not happy. I'm definitely not happy with this in the slightest, because we've got to think, you know, we need a bathroom. We need all these different rooms and I don't know how to fit them in. Unless we do a big pillar there, right? It's looking a bit shabby now, but this is what I'm thinking. Get a bit of decking over here. Is that how it's gonna work? Chuck a bit of a roof there. Then oh my God, how do we roof the rest of it? I didn't think it through. Unless we make it like one of these little things, if you know what I mean. Bring that around just like that. And then maybe we could do like a long one here. Is that gonna work? I mean, it looks all right. It doesn't look like an American suburban house as I expected it to. But you guys know I'm not like a proper build channel, am I? I do love a build every now and then. I wouldn't say it's horrific, is it? It's not horrific. Do you know what I mean? Let's be proper American suburbia. Let's make it a blue suburban. I know you're all basic bitches. I know you love to see the same builds over and over again. What a shame we're in Newcrest instead of Willow Creek. Is that too spicy for you? Am I being a bit of a bitch? Yes, I am. I think this channel is definitely more suited to those who can take a bit of a joke. I don't think I have it in me to be a sweet person. Now, you can't deny I've done a little bit of a good job there. And you see, this little awkward two-tiled room, what I was thinking was chuck a door there, chuck an archway there. I think that's proper good. The only thing that I did not really consider is how to get upstairs, because I mean, that's a pretty big thing. Like, you need to be able to get upstairs, although that fits in quite nicely there. I don't think I'll complain about that one. I know a lot of people love to do the open banister thing in The Sims 4. I can't be arsed, so I just chuck a wall around it. It is a lot easier. Is it cheating if I put like inner walls? I feel like that's not cheating as long as I do not replace the squares that I've already put down. Like, I can't delete this wall, but I can add another wall in between. I feel like that is fair. You tell me if that's cheating. I don't feel like it is. It's just like, what are we going to do with this little 2-tile space? I have no idea. We will start with the kitchen. If you know me, you know I hate kitchens with a passion. What did kitchens do to me? Absolutely nothing. I just don't like them. I did get the country kitchen kit recently, so I'll have it. No, I won't use it all country kitchen. That's a bit dramatic. Just a bit. I got all of the build kits. I don't know why. I just had a splurge and I felt like it, so I did it. Like, I don't normally buy myself things. I'm not really a materialistic person. I barely ever buy anything, actually. So I just got them. I thought it might be useful for doing videos and things. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the vibe is we're going for here. Does this tingle your willy? I mean, if it did, I would be a bit concerned for you, to be honest. But as a person who detests clutter with a passion, I think it looks all right. Couldn't be any better. For this monstrosity, I think we can only just make it little loo. Loo means toilet in British English, by the way. Do you know what I like more of in The Sims 4? Lino. Why don't we have much lino? I feel like, is it just a British thing to have lino in your bathrooms? I feel like there's not enough. I don't want tiled bathrooms all the time. And can I be brutal about one thing I can't stand, right? The towels, these little towels, you can't put them onto the little towel rack that's in front of your screen. And it doesn't make sense because there's this one which has towels on it. But if I want this one, I can't pop a towel on it. Why is that? I'm boycotting your game. Why is that? Let me know, please. In fact, nothing is bloody placeable on it. What is the point in it existing? You can't put anything in it, which means I'm lumped with using this. But the problem with this is there's no normal swatches. And the only normal swatch has pink towels. I don't want pink towels. Who wants pink towels? Not me. I do always always really struggle with sofa placement in The Sims 4. Maybe this room is going to be big enough for a proper sofa. The only thing is though, like if you're sat here, you're not going to see the TV and that is not cool. Although is it a bit pretentious? See, in The Sims 4, we always have like a big sofa and another sofa. Like, is that necessary? In real life, that would not happen because we're all too broke to have that happen. I am, at least, anyway. I've never really seen like a real life house before with like 2 huge sofas. I mean, I got a couple of well-off friends who do, but for most normal people, I feel like it's, you know, it's a bit weird. So I won't be too hard up about it. Guys, if I sound a bit bunged up, it's because I am. I've had a throat infection for like 3 days and it's just making me feel really delusional and delirious. I hate feeling ill, but I get ill all the time. Is it because I vape? Like, it may be because I vape, I'll be honest. So it is slightly my bad, but it is annoying that it happens all of the time. And I just get bad insomnia when I feel ill. I don't know if anybody else gets this, but when I'm unwell, I cannot sleep because my symptoms get worse at night. Guys, I'm really not happy with the way this is placed. Do you know what I mean? I mean, what if we chuck like a sidewall here and then put the TV there? Would that look a little bit better? Does that make it a little bit more cozy, or does it make it worse? You've got to be brutal with me. What if we didn't have a TV on the wall and instead chuck something over here like this? Would that be a little bit better? But then that's very close. I think you get square eyes, wouldn't you? Unless I bring it here a little bit more. That's a bit more realistic, isn't it? Nice. See, that's not as bad. Quite like that. Feel like we can have a nice little desk here. Little granny fanny knitting desk. Make the sofa fit the vibe of the house a bit more. Although, I feel like in doing this little area quite cozily up here, I've completely neglected over here. Shouldn't have done that. We're in a little bit of a tough spot now, you know? What do I do? I mean, what we could do, right? This is what I'm thinking. Get a little flower arranging table here, and we can pretend this person loves to make flowers. Or, I know what we can do. We can make it like a nice little knitting station. We can pretend the person who lives here just likes to do a little bit of knitting in their free time. I wonder if they could knit me a boyfriend so I didn't have to swipe through arseholes on Tinder all the time. That would be nice. I kind of want everything to be a bit clashy and messy. I feel like a creative person is not very clean. That's my stereotype. I do think creative people lack organization in a good way. Totally in a good way. Just think it suits the vibe a bit more. We got a nice clean living room and a really messy space here. Like that makes any sense. For this little room, I think we ought to just make it a dining room. I can't really see how else we would go about it. Although it's one of those shapes where it's difficult to actually fit a dining table in. I feel like dining tables in The Sims 4 take up way too much room. Like a lot more room than they actually need to. I mean, like, I feel like it just fills up the entire space unless we just get rid of the chairs on the side. Normally what people do with their spare chairs is they chuck it in a different room. Or is that just the council estate in me coming out? Like, there's always one rogue chair that's off somewhere else. But then it's like nothing else fits in here. Do you know what I mean? That's the predicament I'm in. Is that what predicament means? I don't think I know what predicament means. Can somebody teach me what it means? Am I in a predicament? Well, I'm not in a predicament. I'm in an hoodie. It's very comfortable. When I'm sick, like, I don't like getting dressed. I know this is a little bit of an overshare, but like when I'm unwell, I cannot be bothered to like change out my clothes for a couple of days just because I know I feel gross and I know like having a bath or having a shower won't make me any better, so I just deal with it and I just don't leave my bed for a few days. I know it's really jubby, but I don't see anybody. I don't leave the house. I do brush my teeth. I'm not that bad, but like I just rather lie in bed, wait till I feel a bit better, then sort myself out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do wash my face every day and I do wash my bits every day. I don't have dick cheese. But like a full-on shower when I'm feeling sick, I don't like it. I know it makes a lot of other people feel a lot better when they do that. I just can't do it. Anyways, what can you put in a little room that's this little? Should we put a little table here? See, that's too big. It's going to get in the way. It's too obtrusive. Unless, oh, see, this little one from Jungle Adventures, I really like that one. It's really discreet. But like, other than that, I am struggling a bit here, guys. Do I give up? I mean, I say give up. It's not that bad. All right, the dining chairs, they are horrific. I mean, does that suit the vibe a little bit better? We could chuck another chair there, and there we go. And then we copy this chair, right? Remove this chair, put that in there, and then the law of the house is that the person who lives here chuck that chair over here, so there's one chair missing. Maybe we could even put this in the corner here because it doesn't get used very often. Chuck a little plant here, maybe another little plant there. Lovely. I have no idea what this is going to be. What on earth, guys, can this be? Maybe we could make it a sex dungeon. Who knows what objects we got? Unless we make it a laundry room, I genuinely can't think of anything else to chuck in here. Do you know what I mean? That's one of the only reasons I do admit I like laundry day. I really do hate washing my clothes in the game. Like, couldn't think of anything worse. Not being funny. If you want to wash your clothes in The Sims 4, you're a psychopath. But if you're a builder, then it does help to fill up spaces. Just so, you know, fill up some random room that exists for the sake of existing. Like here, you know, that's a cute little space. I like that. And I made it in about 5 seconds. I'm also going to chuck this laundry day rug here as well, just to make the space feel a lot more complete. Maybe I'll chuck these kitchen herbs here as well. That's a lot nicer. I mean, for the upstairs, it's only a 1 bed. So I think this room challenge has been a bit in my favor, because normally when I do build challenges, there's a million bedrooms, and I'll be brutally honest with you, I feel really demotivated when I have to make a million bedrooms in this game. So being limited in size is a rather nice addition. Nothing wrong with having a smaller one. Well, I mean, if I had a tiny one, I would be a bit disappointed. I'll be honest about that. But I guess some thoughts are meant to just stay inside, so I won't elaborate any further. On the subject of size, not the size of your sausage, but on the subject of bed size, do we want a huge double bed? See, in real life, like for me, that would be super cozy having it there, but I know Sims can't, you know, sit in that. I mean, being realistic, I feel like the kind of person that would live here is like a crazy cat lady who probably has cobwebs in the minge, so I highly doubt that they'd mind having a single bed. Although, I feel like a double bed would be fine here. We could have a nice little country dresser there. Then over here, we have the closet. Oh no, that's too big. Bigger isn't always better. Maybe that. You see, to me, this is coming together as like a cozy little granny fanny space. Do you know what I mean? It's quite cute. I really like it. Would I live here? Absolutely not. The only thing is though, like, it doesn't suit where it is right now, this lot. What if we chucked it in Willow Creek? See, that's really pretty there, isn't it? I'm quite chuffed with that. Maybe we should just bring it back a little bit so we could do a nice little picket fence around the front. Or is that picket fence a bit dramatic and huge? I feel like it's quite big. Maybe we're just gonna have to have a huge back garden. Although I could pretend the lot size is smaller. That's always a good option. You know, maybe some bushes around to make it look a lot less fancy. I don't know what fancy means. That sounds like a homophobic slur. Plant the lavender, guys. We need to save the bees. There is no excuse not to have lavender in your builds. The bees are dying out. They're integral to our lives. Save the bees, guys. Plant lavender. You see, look how it's shaping up with the plants. I don't know what it's like in other countries, but British people love big bare lawns, like with literally nothing on it. People have huge gardens, honestly, just like this, and they have nothing there, literally nothing. It's the ugliest trend in the world. Why would you not want to have plants in your garden? It's absolutely bizarre. You know what, guys? Shut me down if I'm wrong. Like, be brutal with me. Shut me down if I'm wrong. I don't think I'm the worst builder in the world. I don't think I am. I sell myself short, but really, I'm not that bad. Seeing that this is like a little build challenge house, so granted, like, it's not going to be proper perfect. But this little front garden, you know, can it be tops? No. Can I be tops? It depends on the guy. But in terms of the build itself, I don't think it can be. Although, you see, now I'm in a predicament. What do we do at the rear? If you don't like to be top, what do you do with your rear? Who knows? Do you chuck a pond in there? There you go. It can be sweet. You can have some muggy water. Well, that's a bit brown. I mean, I guess that's what a rear looks like. Bit brown. I mean, not mine. I use salicylic acid on it every day. I'd say it's more pink than brown. Is that another overshare? I think it is. This video is just me outing myself about things I shouldn't be outing myself about. Now you all know I bleached my ass. This started off as just an innocent little build challenge. Look where we are now. Maybe one day I'll learn to keep my mouth shut. You know, wouldn't it be nice to have a nice little table and chairs here? Bike in the corner. Although it does irritate me that the bikes are like on a slant, but you can't really put it next to the wall in a lot of cases. Well, I can here. Have a little bird bath. Maybe, do we need another tree, or is that overkill? Just a smaller one there? I mean, maybe I'll put the table and chairs over here, and then that'd be an excuse to have like a nice little fire, not a fire pit, what's it called, a barbecue. Could have a little barbecue. Maybe we could just change the grass to some meadow flowers, just make it look a little bit nicer. But like, you know what started off as like a horrific little build challenge that wasn't going too well, look at it now, mate. This is not that bad. I actually think it's all right. I am incredibly proud of myself. If you want to see any more build challenges, you might enjoy this video or this video here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.